Hello, people of the internet. It is your boy Kishuishi back at it again with another YouTube video. Today's topic is gonna be something that every single one of you who has been alive prior to 2015 has experienced in a somewhat healthy, normal way before the floodgates of just everything becoming increasingly individualistic in society. And this thing that I am talking about is shame. Shame is one of those things that we all need, because shame is almost it's basically the bad version of humble. You know, you need to humble yourself. See, shame is when you get humbled by an outside source. That is something we need to bring back in society, because I think the concept of shame becoming a foreign thing nowadays is making it so people believe the world is the way they want it to be and not how it actually is. You know what I mean? Like, for example, hey little boy, you believe you're a fucking rainicorn? You think you're Lady Rainicorn from what you call it, Adventure Time? Hey buddy, listen here. Listen to me, and listen to me very close. You're not a fucking unicorn or rainbow unicorn. You are a human child. All right? You are a human male child. Okay, buddy? Go talk to your father. And if you don't know where he is, go speak to your mom and ask him where he is. Because the concept of shame is akin to the concept of having a father. You see, shame, the shame is not something you get from your mom. You see, what you get from your mom is affirmation. See, you do something bad and your mom, with the rose tinted glasses of, oh, this is my little baby, I love my little baby so much. Whatever you do from the lens of your mom will be affirmed as long as you, the individual, claim that you need it to be affirmed. But your father, you know, the man who's going to look at you and think from the perspective of, hey, I love my child and I want my child to be in the best position they could possibly be in life. Yes, my wife / his mother, if we're assuming that everything in this combination is healthy, because I have a feeling the reason why shame has left the chat is because everything has become severely unhealthy. She wants the same thing you want. However, she does not have the backbone to shame that little nigga. Or at least she will only shame that little nigga if it's something that is completely foreign to her and like she's against. Like, I'm just gonna put it plain and straight. If you have a gay son and the mom is homophobic, that is the only time she will shame the son, is if she's severely homophobic, or like that concept. It's like the mother has to be severely against the action of the child to actually shame it. Dad, however, nigga, just stop being a fucking candy ass sissy. You're not a fucking rainbow unicorn. You're a little boy who's going to become a big strong man like me. So follow my example, and I'm going to shame you whenever you don't follow my example, because shame is the most healthy way to correct somebody's behavior. That's the thing that people, I think, in the year of 2026 has forgotten. Shame is probably the only healthy way to curb somebody's behavior without it becoming physical. Not saying that physically changing someone's behavior, like, you know, giving them a physical consequence, is unhealthy, but, you know, in the modern state of the world, flogging your child, you know, flagellation, corporal punishment, that type of shit is looked down upon, because, oh no, the poor little baby, don't hit the baby. Sometimes shame isn't enough and physical consequences are needed. You know, there's a old saying in Jamaica, who can't hear must feel. And I think that's the topic of shame in society now. We're gotten to the point where there's so many people in Western society, millions of people who can't hear. The shaming, they got to the level of can't hear. They have become deaf to the concept of shaming. So now that you're deaf and you can't hear the shame coming from the people who are actually, you know, plugged into reality, now this is when everybody, they feel the pain. You know, oh, the economy is bad. You know, maybe the economy wouldn't be so bad if we actually shamed people to not spending their money on trivial shit. Because, you know, a lot of the shit that I'm not a millennial. If anything, I'm a zillennial. Look it up. Starts with a Z. Yeah, a lot of the luxuries and shit that we spend our money on doesn't pour itself back into the economy in the way that we like to delude ourselves. Like, oh, I bought a reusable straw. It's like, okay, you bought the reusable straw, but I can guarantee you that just was another percentage in somebody's stock portfolio somewhere. Did not really help the environment at the end of the day. And realistically speaking, the amount of resources to make that reusable straw was probably the same amount of resources, arguably could be even more resources used to create that plastic straw. So it's like, and I think shame as a concept, like, I know earlier I said it has left the chat, but it has taken on a different form to where now people don't get shamed for behaviors that's actually detrimental to their well-being or to society. You get fucking shamed for behaviors to make your own individual life better. And I remember multiple, and this isn't even like a now thing. I think this is just like a low income, low poverty, low IQ having stupid cunt motherfucker belief system of shaming people that are actually trying to inherit habits to improve their lives. Like, you know, like, oh, look at this motherfucker reading. This motherfucker reading his little ass book. You know, those types of people say, oh, this motherfucker doing his taxes. Oh, look at this motherfucker getting his job. Like, shaming is like, oh, look at this guy. Let me guess. You did your astronomy shit today. I bet you went to college. You like, you know, those types of low vibrational people that you just know they're shaming you because you're doing something that they know that they have the ability to do. They just can't because they don't have the motivation, or they just genuinely, like, they're just jealous fucks at the end of the day. Like, shame has transformed from being a tool used by communities to keep everyone in line so the community can thrive and exist, to now being a tool used by jealous people to bring everyone down to their fucking level. Because the amount of times, especially in college, where I've gotten shamed for like being into, like, well, I wouldn't even say it was like a big thing, but it's like when I was around those types of people, you know, the 8-ball snorting, fucking pill popping, dick riding, STD having bitches, you know, those types of people. Yeah, they would shame me for like, oh, look at you doing your little YouTube thing, your little that, this and that, you know, those types of party people. But then the moment you turn around and be like, hey, maybe you should close your legs and you wouldn't be crying every fucking weekend, you're the fucking bad guy now, because you're shaming her for exhibiting a behavior that is quite literally making their life worse, but it's the cool and trendy thing to do. So we shame people from doing, we basically flipped everything the fuck around. So now things that used to be praised, like, oh my god, you're reading a book, is becoming the lame thing, and the thing that's actually fucking lame. Because realistically speaking, If you have to go to the club every fucking weekend to have fun in your life, you're doing something wrong. Why is it that your day-to-day is so fucking terrible that you can't find any joy throughout your day, not even 30 minutes to 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours out of each day of every week, maybe even just 1 hour, some time to yourself where you can enjoy your time. So when you're on the weekend, you can actually do other things to make your life better or improve, or not even like in that way, but like just have productive habits throughout your week. So you don't even need to go wild and out, you know, like the concept of, I'm just a hater for niggas that be going to the club every fucking weekend. Like, obviously the club has its place, you know, if it's like a festival in town, you know, like Mardi Gras, that shit, like, okay, yeah, let's go to the club, you know, it's a cool thing, we're going out, it's a big thing. But once going out becomes a routine thing for you, you're a fucking loser. And that's all I gotta say. So in conclusion, we need to shame people for destructive habits and praise people for doing the good ones. Because at the end of the day, even though we are convinced that the economy will never recover and life is just gonna keep getting worse and worse for the next generations to come, it'll only continue getting worse if we sit on our fucking hands while things get worse around us, instead of making habits that will make our individual lives better. Because by making your own life better, you have the tools to make someone else's even greater than before. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. Hopefully this inspired you, or maybe you clicked off within the first minute. I don't give a fuck. Have a great day. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.